I'm not. Oh, there you
Good
go.
evening, everyone, and welcome to the Human Rights Commission. And today is Monday, September the 12th, 2022. And we're meeting for our regular meeting at 5:30. It's great to see you all. Welcome back. So let's begin with the roll call, Jay, if we could.
Yes, Commissioner Vignolo, I believe, is excused. Commissioner Cleary. Commissioner DeHart,
Here.
Commissioner Andrade,
Present.
Commissioner Flood,
Here.
Commissioner Vice Chair Shepherd,
Here.
Chair Loyola,
Present.
Student Representative Hanner,
Present.
and Commissioner Ramaran.
Present.
Thank you.
So we achieved quorum.
We have quorum,
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Great. Jay, did we receive any requests for public comments?
We did not receive any requests for public comments, Mr. Chair.
Okay. We have someone joining us today, Renee Punsalan. I hope I did not butcher your name. Renee, are you going to be providing us with public testimony?
Yes, I will. Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Go ahead, please.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hi, my name is Renee Punzalan. My pronouns are she, her, and I am the Director of Outreach at the Transgender Health and Wellness Center in Palm Springs. We are a nonprofit organization that serves the gender diverse community, that is the transgender, non-binary, gender non-conforming, intersex community and their allies. Our mission here is to be the preeminent provider for that community with connecting that community to vital resources and incentives. We provide many services here. We help with gender affirming care. We help with name and gender changes. We help our clients and patients navigate the healthcare system. We connect them to other resources, whether it will be for HIV/AIDS prevention. We connect them to clinics to help them with hormone replacement therapy. Let's see, what else do we do here? We also have social events too. I do a lot of the outreach and I do all the tabling at our Pride events. Recently at Pride, we were at Riverside Pride. So I try to connect different organizations in the Riverside County to our organization and vice versa, and create community partnerships and collaborations. We do once a month social events here in Palm Springs. We do have, we call it Trans and Non-Binary Tuesday. We decided to include the non-binary in it just because we do have volunteers that are identify as non-binary and we want to be inclusive. So we do a once a month social event here. We're doing one tomorrow at Black Book at 6 p.m. and we try to get the local communities and community partners to come out and mingle. And then we also connect attendees as well to vital resources and incentives as well. We have 3 locations, one in Palm Springs, of course, Riverside, and San Diego. And we also have weekly social events actually in San Diego. In San Diego, our programs director down there, Naya, has been connecting our organization with a lot of sponsors and donors to create spaces, a safe space actually for trans, non-binary, and gender diverse community to come out. We're trying to do that here in Palm Springs. We tend to find that it's difficult because Palm Springs is a little pricey at certain places, and we try to, but we really want to focus on getting our community members to come out and mingle and know that we are here, to serve them and that they can, get gender affirming care or anything else that they need. We do have, we do love people to support us for our Transgender Day of Remembrance, which is coming up on November 20th. We also have, what else going on? We do fundraising events every year. We are a nonprofit organization, of course, and we are trans-led. And I believe in Southern California, we are, I guess, the organization that employs like as many trans people as we can. That's kind of like our one of our goals and missions is to employ the gender diverse community, particularly trans people. We have, you know, from my experience as a trans woman, have had the lack of resources or employment. And this organization, you know, it has that ability to help. And we do, that's also one of our services. We do really try to push employment for our community. So we can just improve, you know, our quality and equity and have better, you know, better overall, you know, quality of life.
Mhm.
So we just really want to, you know, welcome, you know, thank you for welcoming me here, talking, and really would love to spread awareness. I am currently doing outreach for LGBT youth suicide prevention. I receive a lot of crisis calls on a daily basis. I also help with connecting victims of sexual assault and domestic violence to resources as well. And our focus is also on LGBT plus youth. So we just, you know, thank you for having me, and we love to work together and spread awareness, and hopefully, you know, see you at social events. And if or anyone you know knows anybody who's trans or non-binary that need any of our help or access to any of our services, I'm here. I'll leave my email address in the chat. And if any of you want to talk to me or chat with me, you know, you can contact me on there. So thank you so much. And it was a pleasure talking.
Thank you, Renee, for your public testimony. We really appreciate you joining us today and providing us with this incredible information. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hugo.
Okay. All right. I don't have comments. We have a pretty packed agenda today. There's a lot to cover. Let's continue with the approval of the minutes. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes for July 11, 2022?
I move that we approve the minutes.
Thank you, Commissioner Flood. Do we have a second? Thank you, Vice Chair Shepherd, for that. Okay, so the minutes have been approved. We're going to go into the reports, and for this, we don't have anything on the Executive Report Standing Committee.
Mr. Chair, we'll need to take a
Yes.
vote on the minute approval. We have the first and the second by Commissioners Flood and Vice Chair Shepherd.
I'm sorry, Jay, you're chopping again.
We have the first and the second by Commissioner Flood and Vice Chair Shepherd. No. We need to vote.
We need a vote. That's right. Thank you very much for reminding me, Jay. I'm still learning. Okay. So we need a vote. Do we need a vote for approving the minutes in the second? Okay. Raise your hand for approval of the minutes. Okay. So the minutes have been approved. Thank you. Excellent. Thank you, Jay, for the reminder. Okay. So within the community, we have some reports. And the first item is the Pspd LGBT Outreach Liaison. I was introduced to the Outreach Committee, and I attended my first meeting as chair of the commission on August the 18th, 2022 at 4 p.m. I was introduced as a new member of the committee, and on the items that were presented to us, included situations that the police department has been involved, particularly in the cleaning of downtown and dealing with some crimes that have happened. some break-ins and some places of in our downtown restaurants and the likes. Nothing major to report with regard to hate crimes at this point, but something that was definitely important for me to bring back to you as a commission is that the Palm Springs Police Department is inviting the community to join the Citizens Police Academy. If you haven't had an opportunity to review that, the Palm Springs Police Department Community Police Academy is a free interactive course designed to acquaint individuals who are not sworn police officers with the activities of police department. The Community Police Academy is open to everyone adults who live and work in the greater Palm Springs community area. The program runs twice annually for 12 sessions in the winter and the fall of each year. The next Community Police Academy will be September 20th, 2022, and the class will meet on select Tuesday nights from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Along with classroom sessions, participants will have the opportunity to attend one ride-along session during the course of the academy. And of course, this has the goal of helping our community members to engage with our police department and learn about how they do their work and their practices. So I encourage the entire commission to consider, if you have the opportunity and the time to join the police academy, please go ahead and do so. This will give you a great insight on how our police department works and operates. So that's all I have to say about that. The master calendar liaison, which would have been Commissioner Vignolo, is not with us today here. So we're going to go to Main Street. I really don't have any updates on Main Street to report. And the last point was Organized Neighborhoods of Palm Springs Liaison, which is also Vignolo, but not here, not present. The next point in the reports, Desert Highland Gateway States Community Association Liaison, Commissioner Andrade, Flood, or Shepherd. Any updates?
I have nothing for that on that.
Thank you, Commissioner Flood. Okay, next is the Seniors, People with Disabilities, Veterans Affairs Report by Flood or Vignolo.
Same, nothing to report.
Thank you. We're moving on to Youth Education Affairs Standing Committee with our student representative, Hanner. Hi, Lily, welcome back.
Hi. On account of the standing committee, I don't think there's anything to report on. I don't know if the other commissioners involved are talking without me, but otherwise, I don't think anything's happening. I will say that school is back in session. So on the point of education, school started August 8th, I think, and starts at 8:40 every morning now, which is fun. And Wednesdays we start at 10:10, which is also very weird. As well as this has nothing to do, I feel like, with human rights, but I will say that my school has an ant infestation problem, and I would like something to be changed about that. It's really gross. It's really bad, actually. My friends moved a trash can and like millions of them just dispersed. It was terrifying. So yeah, but otherwise, everything is back to normal and so fun. I'm so happy to be back in school. I'm really
Good.
not. This place is terrible. I keep overworking myself.
Well, we're really happy that you're back with us in these commission meetings as well. So thank you so much for providing that update. Appreciate
I'm excited. I'm excited. Another added level to the world
That's
that I
great.
live in.
Thank you, Lily. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Okay, so next in the agenda is our Commission Development Mediation Report. Commissioner Andrade, do you have anything to add to this?
I don't at this time. I noticed that we don't have retreat on our agenda this month. I was hoping that at some point, I think I mentioned this last time, that we would have the opportunity to sit together and make some plans for the future, especially with regard to how we want to go forward with the mediation services. Are we going to advertise, and what, again, like I said all this before. So I'm still hoping that we'll have an opportunity to formalize our service, make it known to the community what we do, and how we might provide service.
Mhm. Yeah, we're gonna definitely include that in our next agenda.
Good, thank you.
Mhm. Thank you, Commissioner Andrade, for that.
Mr. Chair, I would add, there is a form on the city's website for anyone requesting mediation. And if we do get requests, we would check with the commissioners trained in mediation to see who's available to assist. So we do have that service, just not advertised as broadly as Commissioner Andrade may have mentioned.
Okay, thank you for that reminder, Jay, and that's definitely very, very timely. So I'm glad that we're putting it out there for a public record. Okay. Next on the agenda is the Equity and Social Justice Committee update. Vice Chair Sheffer and Commissioner Andrade. Do we have anything to report?
We had a meeting last week, and due to the departure of the city manager and anticipation of council turnover, the takeaway I had was that we are kind of pushing the hold button and going to reorganize when we get some further direction with our new group. Edwin, were you on that call?
I was not on that call.
No, okay, but that's definitely the way it sounded to me. We have a list.
You asked for me, is that correct, Commissioner Shepard?
Yeah.
Yes, I was on that call.
Okay, we have a list of topics that people want to see addressed by that group, but I think the formal direction of the group is yet to be determined. And frankly, I think there's a little bit of frustration around the group, because I think when we finally started meeting this year, everybody was pretty gung-ho that, that was going to be a new committee, an active committee, and going to get some mileage. But I think that new buzz has worn off a little bit, and I think we are, like I said, have pressed the hold button, unless you saw it a different way, Edwin.
Yeah, I mean, it was actually a great opportunity to welcome the new city clerk, Brenda Pree, which we should also, again, extend that welcome to Brenda Pree to taking on the new city clerk position, as well as our interim city manager, Lisa Gallivan, was there as our staff liaison in this case, since city manager Clifton is no longer. And some of the great things that came out of that meeting were highlights that, again, as Vice Chair Shepard has mentioned, of the various topics of equity and social justice that the committee members have been identifying. So we did do the rehash. We do still have Gamal Palmer as our facilitator as we get into this level of identifying what forum that the committee, or actually kind of feedback that's going to be happening during the committee meetings. So yeah, we are sort of in this, it's sort of shapeless, but at the same time it was great to see Cynthia Session, of course Regina King, Angelina Love also present during the meeting. And I think we have a strong set of people involved, and I hope that this becomes something that we can all rally behind as well. There are just so many important issues around equity and social justice that need to be addressed in the city. Thank you.
I felt like everybody was very anxious to kind of get their marching orders and get some direction, and I don't think that's going to happen for another couple of months. In fact, I'm not even sure they're going to schedule another meeting until the end of the year. So kind of disappointing, but like Edwin said, it was good to see the interim city manager and the new city clerk.
Definitely very good developments with all the changes that are happening in our city. Thank you very much for that update.
Comment?
Yes, Terry.
My name is on the agenda next to this, and I just wanted to explain that I offered to fill Commissioner Ramaran's spot on that committee, but to my surprise and delight, he's back. I feel like I missed a meeting because I see Ron and I see Commissioner Ramaran, and it's like, did I miss something? What's going on?
Jay, could you please provide a little bit of context?
Thank you.
Yes, the city council extended an invitation to commissioners to automatically continue. And for those whose terms had expired, they did ask that commissioners stay on until we get closer to having a new council in place. So that may run through November for Commissioner DeHart, and Commissioner Ramaran has embarked on the second term of his service as a commissioner.
So we're very thankful to Commissioner DeHart and Commissioner Ramaran for coming back and participating in our commission meetings. So useful to help us with this transition. So thank you both very, very much. Okay, great. So that was mediation and equity and social justice. Moving on to the item B in the agenda, which is a very important event coming up, which is October 1st. The commission is planning on doing a symposium, and we're hosting a symposium with the city of Palm Springs, which is called Bullying, a Community Symposium on Prevention and Intervention Strategies. Commissioner Vignolo has been very actively pursuing participants and helping us strategically to work on all the aspects of the logistics of the event. I have been involved myself as well, and we have secured the date, the time, and the location. The symposium will take place on Saturday, October the 1st at 10 a.m. Through noon. And that takes place in the Palm Springs Convention Center. We do have some confirmed participants. Thank you very much for doing that, sharing the screen. So far, I can tell you that our mayor has confirmed, and Councilmember Gardner has confirmed attendance. Councilmember Coors and Councilmember Woods are tentatively going to attend. Our keynote speaker is going to be Judy French, which happens to be the coordinator of National Bullying Prevention Center. We also will be listening to Dimitri Halkides, who is the president and founder of BooToBullying.org, which is one of our local nonprofit organizations that are working very, very hard to put out the word on prevention strategies for bullying. Also joining us will be Jacob Rostovsky, who is the founder and CEO of QueerWorks, and many of you are familiar with this organization because they've been very, very actively engaging in our community for years. We will also have Officer Joshua Crocker with our Palm Springs Police Department, as well as Laura Musel, who is the Executive Director of Student Services, Palm Springs Unified School District, and we're actively putting the word out for the school district and the many schools to come and join us, as well as Sylvia Paz, who just recently confirmed attendance and participation. She is the executive director of Alianza Coachella Valley, and will be bringing a large contingent of parents and students, and many of these students who actually even speak Spanish. So this will be a very interesting participation from them. Tentatively, still confirming here would be Congressman Raul Ruiz, who, as we know, was the representative in Congress for California 36. Also, the supervisor V. Manuel Perez, supervisor of County Riverside 4th District, which is the district when we operate here in Palm Springs. I already spoke about the council members. We're still pending to receive confirmation from our Chief of Police, Andrew Mills. And as you know, we have a new hockey team and the desert, which is the Coachella Valley Firebirds. They also have a very strong program for bullying prevention, and their mascot called Fuego is very likely to make an appearance in our event to, be there to basically be there for the kids so that they can take photos with the mascot, and it'll be a very interesting and fun activity for them as well. So we also have a number of participants that have already requested to have a table so that they can provide us with information about their programs, what they do, what they offer, the services that they offer as well. This will include Alianza Coachella Valley, the Boys and Girls Club of Palm Springs, Coachella Valley Firebirds, as I mentioned, DAP Health, the Drew Project, Pacers National Bullying Prevention Center, Palm Springs Public Library, the Palm Springs Police Department, Riverside Medical Clinic Charitable Foundation, and Students Against Destructive Decisions. So it will be a very interesting opportunity for these organizations to join us and to have information about their programs, their services. We have a tentative, almost firmed schedule now, if we can scroll down. So this is kind of how the program is going to go. I'm not going to go into too many details because we do have a special meeting coming up to talk about all of the logistics, but this is sort of what the program is going to go. We're going to start with welcome remarks by our mayor, Mayor Middleton, who's also going to be doing the reading of the official proclamation from Palm Springs, the city of Palm Springs. Then we're going to move on to our keynote speaker, Judy French. And then we're going to host a panel discussion. And here, every presenter will have about 10 minutes to introduce their remarks. At the end of that, I will be doing very, very brief closing remarks on behalf of the Human Rights Commission. And then everyone is invited to participate at the convention center, browsing through the materials of all of those organizations that will have a table there to provide us with information about their organizations and their services. So this will be a great opportunity for everyone to come together. We have several action items. We're still kind of working through the details. We are figuring out if we're going to be able to provide light refreshments. It's still negotiated. Distribution of posters and flyers, audio video requirements during the event, ADA accommodations during the event, also translation services. If anyone will be translating to Spanish, it's probably going to be me. We're going to also request attendance of your commissioners to this commission to help us with greeting participants at the registration table. We're going to be providing everyone with official programs, one per attendee. And then hopefully we'll have an after action lessons plan post event. This is still very much in the very initial stages. We have confirmed that we're going to have a special meeting of our commission on September the 22nd. The time is 5:30, but I believe this is fluid and changing, so we will be able to confirm as soon as possible the time. This particular special meeting commission would be to go through the entirety of the details of the event, all of the logistics, and obviously, any questions that may still be pending. We also are going to be holding an all-hands meeting for all the symposium participants. That would include the speakers, that would include the venue staff, and that would include the city staff, so that everyone is clear about the logistics of the event. Okay, and that's as far as I could share with you today, very briefly and very quickly. Very exciting that we have this event already confirmed, and that so many important people in our city and so many organizations in our valley are willing to join and participate. And so this is going to be big for our commission. So thank you for that. So that's the update. We spoke about the special meeting in September the 22nd. We will be confirming the time. and we will have at the end of the symposium the proclamation. Okay, Commissioner of the Heart.
Yeah, Chair, I didn't see in the outline, which I think is really well done. And I think congratulations to everybody who's worked on it, and Dave for spearheading and giving birth to the idea. The sign language interpretation, I saw Spanish, but do we have sign language
We
interpretation?
do have sign language interpretation as well, included.
I didn't see that on the city's announcement.
Mhm.
And if it was there, I didn't see it, but if we are going to have it, we definitely want to make sure that that community knows
Mhm.
that sign language interpretation is going to be available.
Okay, thank you
Yeah.
very much, Commissioner. We certainly make sure that the community knows, the city. Jay, is there something we can coordinate with you as our staff member with the city?
We are requesting the sign language interpreter be present. So our city clerk is taking care of that now. I'm just waiting for the confirmation.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you for letting us know. Great. So yeah, that's a great point, and I'm glad that you raised it, Commissioner Dar, because that's a very important part of our community that needs to be engaged as well. Excellent. So that's really exciting. And trust me, it's been a lot of work behind doors. So it's coming to fruition, and we're really happy that we have arrived at this point. So that's National Bullying Prevention Month proclamation. We're moving on to item C, which is commission staff and student comments. Anyone? Commissioner of the Heart, would you like to comment a little bit on Pride, which I know is happening in November?
Yeah, I can. I know an application has been processed. The chair has secured the commission's position in the parade, so that's all good. I'm not sure who's coordinating the commission's attendance and that infamous banner that tends to wander from house to house, but we need to track down our banner and get folks to commit to be in part of the HRC contingent. And it's Sunday, November 6th, stepping off at 10 a.m. And the commission's usually very quick to step off. So you don't want to be late, for the 10 o'clock step off.
Mm-hmm. I am marching, and I know Commissioner Vignolo is also marching. So I am extending the invitation to all of our commissioners to join us in the parade. We certainly need to have confirmation so that we can get all our names listed. Commissioner of the Heart, I have a question with regards to the blurb that is read out as the contingents go in the parade, and there's a point where they announce the commission present. Is that something that I still have to take care of on the website, or how do I go about that? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
50 words, whatever the group wants to say this year. As you walk by, there's 3 reviewing stands this year, so it will be live streamed, and then there's a regular parade stage that the reviewing stand commentators will share that with the audience that's nearby. And then there's the Deaf Pride interpretation stand, so that will be sign language. The interpretation will occur as you walk by through the 3rd location along the parade route.
Excellent. So we're going to have to get crafting that very soon. So you're all invited to join us. You can tell us if you want to join us now, or you can send us a message and let us know that you intend to participate. The sooner the better, so that we can get our names listed in the program, and we would certainly appreciate your participation. Commissioner Ramaran, are you still holding that banner by any chance?
Actually, it's with Jay's office now.
It's okay. So Jay has it. At least it's secure.
Yeah, it was at my home for a while.
All right, thank you. It's good to know. Student Henner.
I just wanted to say that I would be very happy to walk in the parade this year. I did it last year. I'd like to do it every year that I'm on the commission until I can no longer. But yeah,
That is
I just wanted to
awesome.
say that now, because if I don't say it now, I'll forget, and then I'll forget that I never said it, and then like I'll make plans the same day Pride is, and then I'll be sad. So yeah.
No, put it on your calendar now.
Oh, it won't. Yeah, I will definitely put it on my calendar, and it'll be in my head for the next 2 months. Where I'm like, you guys should go to Pride, and then my friends are like, we might be busy, and I'm like, oh, sad,
Everyone,
but
please put
fair,
it in your calendars now.
for real.
Any other comment from commissioners or staff? All right, this is moving very smoothly.
Not a very big comment. I would just like to bring up the fact that I am now 16. My birthday was last month on the 17th. I just wanted to bring that up because I'm a junior now. I'm like a year older. So like now people are less impressed when I tell them what I do.
Congratulations.
I went to a meeting in July and I was like, I'm 15 and I'm going into junior year, and they're like, wow, 15. I was like, now I'm 16, and now it's like less impressive. Yeah, that's cool. As well as kind of going back to what I was saying, I don't know if this needs to be agendized or like if I should talk to my school about it directly. And I wouldn't say it's as extreme as, validating human rights, but the condition of my high school has gone down in quality every year, just a little bit more.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, freshman year, I wasn't on campus, so I didn't really know the difference. But last year, it wasn't too bad when it came to like, okay, to be fair, our sewage drains exploded twice, 3 times last year. And then, yeah, it was really bad. Like, there's like hot, like sewage, like I don't know how to explain it, but like the metal things, you can take them out of the ground, and then it goes into the sewer, and like to the sewer system that runs underneath the school. Each side, like, I don't know if you've ever been on the campus, but there's 2 bathrooms on each side of the quad, and each bathroom sewage system like blew up or like started leaking and coming up onto the surface of the ground, and it was all over the place. And then this year there's ants everywhere, which apparently that started last year, like over summer break when kids were doing summer school, and it's just gotten progressively worse to the point where there's like ants in the classrooms and like tiny little ones crawling all over the place. It's terrible, and it makes me very sad. As well as the fact that our school has gotten very strict about things. Well, saying that they're getting very strict and not really doing anything about it. Like, personal thing, but they implemented a dress code that is completely based on opinion and has no actual guidelines to it at all. Like one of the lines in it, and I quote, says something along the lines of like, what it basically will explain like what you deem as inappropriate, what you think is too short, what you think is like, it doesn't give like direct like understandings. Like, I get it, it should be common sense what is considered appropriate, but when someone says appropriate length and then one girl who's really tall has short shorts, but it's not inappropriate to anyone else, but then a teacher deems it as so, and then they get in trouble, it doesn't sit right with me. As long as a bunch of other regulations, I don't know, it's just, it feels like this year everything is just kind of gone downhill, and it just, I don't know, the dress code is a thing with me, but it's just, it feels like, and that's another thing, they're inconsistent with it. They said that they will enforce it and a few kids get dress coded, but I know based on what the dress code has said, because they say no midriffs, and I've worn more than enough clothing that should have gotten me dress coded, but none of my teachers care and none of the security cares, so nobody does anything. But then you have the select few girls that do get dress coded, so I don't know, it's just, oh, that was what I was thinking of. The dress code says that you're not supposed to wear anything that is considered distracting, which also throws me off because I don't know what is considered distracting clothing. I have red hair. Everything is distracting when you look at me. I don't know, like, I don't know. It feels a little bit off, and I know it's kind of a more centralized thing when it comes to like my school and how they run things specifically, but it was just something I needed to like bring up in a more professional place, because even if we were to go to the school, they're not really going to change much of it. So I don't know, but yeah, it's been an ongoing thing, and especially the quality of the cleanliness, even though they're like trying, but they're not really trying. So
Yeah.
those are my comments.
Well, first and foremost, happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
And we certainly hope that your school can figure it out how to keep it clean and safe for all of you.
I hope.
Yeah.
I doubt it, but I hope.
Any other comments to add from commissioners or staff? All right. So it sounds like we have a couple of agenda items for our next meeting, which will also include us getting together in person to the request of Commissioner Andrade. We're certainly going to get that in the agenda for the next month. Thank you for bringing that up. I also would like to see if we can discuss our participants' information further in ways that we, the commission, can help them spread the information about their services that they're providing, which are tremendous. Something that I think she failed to mention is that they have received a grant, and they're obviously able to provide more services with that. So, so I think we can all agree that it's important for us to figure out ways in which we can help amplify the services of this important nonprofit organization out here, and the impact on our community. Any other items that you would like to that I've missed perhaps with regard to our next agenda? Okay. So if that is the case, I think we're ending much earlier than I anticipated, but that's a good thing. So we're going to move to, if there are no any other announcements, we are going to move to adjourn the meeting today. And the commission will adjourn to an adjourned special meeting on Thursday, September 22nd, 2022. We will make sure that the commission will know exactly the time and the details for that special meeting. And I look forward to seeing you there. And thank you so much for your participation and your support.
Adios, everyone.